And all right, fish-a-lots, let's jump straight into the Palomar knot, and I'm going to walk you through this step by step and show you some things that you should look to avoid to make any mistakes when tying this super, super reliable knot. So the first step could not be easier. You're just going to take your line and you're going to fold it over on itself just like this. And you're going to kind of pinch it down a little bit, and you have a lure. This is an SP minnow right here. I absolutely love these things, but it can be any lure, a crankbait, a hook, whatever, and you just want to pass it through the eye of whatever it is that you're using. So you're going to get something like this. Now, what you want to do here is you're going to make another loop, okay? So just like I get my hands out of the way. So just like that, and you're going to pass the loop through like that. Now, one of the mistakes people make is they try and get all conservative on this line. Make sure you make your loop big enough, of course, that you could easily fit your lure through it. That'll just make your life so much easier. The other mistake people will make is this loop right here. They'll kind of cinch this down too much, and that'll really affect your ability to tighten up this line at the stage where you really do want to tighten it up, because it'll end up crimping your line like something like this. You can tell that right there. It's crimped. It's got a lot of memory to it, monofilament and fluorocarbon, and you don't want something like this at the end of tying your Palomar knot. So here's our loop right here. We made a big enough loop to fit this entire lure through it. Look how easy that is. Just make your life easier when you can, when you're fishing, you know. And now, since you didn't tighten this down all the way, you have this really nice and neat Palomar looking two loops. So you have your first loop here and then your big loop right here. Now, another pitfall people have is they will not wet this entire area. So each aspect of this line is going to go through this loop to form the Palomar knot. Now, for offshore fishing, I know a lot of folks out there, what they'll do is they'll cinch this knot down in a bucket of water. So for me, for this, I'm just going to wet the whole area using my mouth and tighten it all down. This is going to go off screen for a little bit. Just give me 1 second. All right, so now with the line wet like that, you really want to grab both the tag end and the main line and just kind of pull the knot down. You see how that's coming together nice and neat? So I'm pulling both ends, the tag end and the main line, and that is going to just form a knot really nice. Now at this point, you see it's got its loop and it's got just a little bit more to go. What I do is I'll pull on the main line and then I'll pull on the tag line. I won't cinch anything down all the way, but you see I'm just kind of securing that knot. It's like when you screw something in with two bolts, right? You screw in a bolt here and then you screw it in here and then you tighten it more here and then you tighten it more here, and then overall the knot becomes super tight just like that. And that is your perfect Palomar knot right there, and that is just such a reliable, strong knot. Again, very easy to tie, but there's a lot of areas where fish-a-lots out there could get themselves into trouble. Now, of course, if you want a step-by-step of this knot, you want to bring it around with you all the time and never forget it and never have to watch YouTube, go ahead and check out my new book coming out, Catch More Fish with Fishing with Johnny Fish-a-Lot, where there's literally step-by-step diagrams in the book of how to use this knot and how to tie it appropriately, and I hope that helps you out. Now, if you like this video and you want to check out other videos just like this on how to tie knots and how to get the most out of your knots, click on this video right here where we go deep into other alternatives to the Palomar knot right here that could really help you catch a lot of fish. Sorry, fish-a-lots, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you out there on the water.